I'm Megan Lee, and welcome to the Noob Reviews, or my as yet to be renamed channel. Please help me out with that. I'm struggling. I could go by Megan Lee, but I would need to add something to it. There's a lot of Megan Lees out there. Apparently, I didn't know this. We are back with Manga Mondays, Demon Slayer. This is finishing up the Muzan train arc. We get into the epic battle between Rengoku and Akaza, which is insanely epic. What a great battle. The devastating ending. Okay, also, we will be getting into spoilers here. So if you haven't read the manga, if you haven't seen the show, spoilers are about to happen. So bye-bye. Or deal with it, whatever. If you saw the show, you know how incredible the music for the fight scene is. I immediately went out and bought the soundtrack because I needed that in my life. As shorties say, it slaps. The epic Muzan train. We have Tanjiro and Inosuke up at the front of the train doing some serious damage with this lower rank demon. I can't remember his name. Whatever. Not important, because guess what? This whole train has basically been turned into the demon. When he cut off the demon's head, the demon we see here, nothing happened. So what they realized was he hid his actual life force, his spine, essentially, right at the front of the train. And this whole train is like him, his body, if you see that. Disgusting. They do get him right where it hurts. The train is derailed from the force of it all, and he melts away in a puddle of gloop. And again, just a lower rank demon. We learn is it's always lower level demons that the demon slayers kill. And the upper rank demons, their ranks haven't changed for like hundreds of years, which is a little disconcerting because we are about to meet an upper rank demon, and it's not going to be Tanjiro and Inosuke or anybody fighting it. It's going to be our dear Rengoku. Got a crush on him, I'm not gonna lie. Our dear Rengoku. Look how calm and cheerful he is. Like, this is just someone who is meant to be in the midst of battle and a leader, you know? They keep a calm demeanor, get their head on straight through whatever chaos is thrown at them. And I think that's why a lot of anime lovers are in love with Rengoku, because of how he holds it together in the midst of chaos and treats everybody around him. Even in the midst of this battle that's to come and the battle that they've just won, he is already stepped into the role of mentor and coach, which in book 7 he said he would mentor all 3 of them, and they were all like brothers to him. It was like this very sweet moment, and they were all super excited for this to be under Rengoku's mentorship. Here they fought this battle against this demon, this train, saved everybody on the train. I feel like we've come to the end. Things are maybe calming down. Of course they're not. Why would they? We meet Akaza, upper rank demon. He's got some cool tattoos. The dude is a cool looking demon, not gonna lie. He's not as creepy looking as the other demons we've come up against. He's got more that like cool vibe, that he's kind of got that bad boy vibe going, but he's not a good person. I mean, he's a demon, so. But this was such an excellent fight scene. We really get to see Rengoku in all his power and Hashira fighting. And it's incredible because really what we've witnessed thus far is Tanjiro and Inosuke, you know, and they've had Zenitsu, obviously. And well, they've had good battles. It's mostly been pure dumb luck. They've been up against weaker demons. They've had each other. They've had other people help them out, which, I mean, nothing wrong with that. They're new to the Demon Slayer Corps. But we get one-on-one battle between Rengoku and Akaza, and it is just a battle of epic proportions. It is really quite fun. And Akaza, in spite of being a demon, in spite of hating humans because they're such weak, pathetic losers, etc., he does have a sense of admiration for Rengoku and Rengoku's skills. And he does spend some time trying to reel Rengoku in and trying to get him to just join the demons. Show Rengoku how powerful he could be. You could live forever. And of course, Rengoku, you know, he is a man of conviction and he lives by his word, and he's not gonna go for that at all. I mean, look at his flame moves. And again, manga does such a great job of portraying this battle. But I will say the anime is quite exciting. Definitely go watch it. Even just like the Muzan Train arc. I would just watch that again, to be honest. The movie Muzan Train, I would watch that again. It's a long battle. It's very drawn out. It's almost half of this manga. I feel like, well, we know what happens. Rengoku would have won if there's any possible way of help. But Tanjiro was injured. Inosuke, actually, in spite of his hot-headedness, in this moment, Inosuke, I was kind of proud of him for realizing that if he tried to step in and help Rengoku, he was actually going to be more of a hindrance than a help. And good on Inosuke for realizing that. He just punched him right through his vitals. Like, ugh. It's a horrible, horrible way to die. Then we get a little flashback in Rengoku's last moments to his beautiful mother and her words of wisdom to him and the connection they have with one another and the sadness of her passing away. In spite of having Akaza's fist in his gut all the way up almost to his elbow, he still attempts to gather his last strength and cut his head off, which is incredible. Really. I mean, that's impressive. If you had something in your gut, and you're still fighting, it was impressive. I was impressed. Here we go. Tanjiro manages to find the strength to get up, and he's attempting to go over and help Rengoku. It is honestly too late. Inosuke chops off Akaza's arms. Tanjiro throws his blade, catches Akaza. Now, Akaza is fleeing here. Rengoku's not dead yet, but he knows he's killed Rengoku. The sun's about to rise, though, so Akaza is not going to stick around and fight Tanjiro and Inosuke. He's going to go and save himself so that he doesn't disintegrate and burn alive in the sun. And then we just have this horrible death scene, and in all his pain and misery, we have Rengoku giving his last words of wisdom to Tanjiro. He says, I believe in your little sister. I consider her a member of the Demon Slayer Corps. Stand tall and be proud. No matter how weak or unworthy you feel, keep your heart burning. Grit your teeth and move forward. If you just curl up in a ball and hide, time will pass you by. It won't stop for you while you wallow in grief. Don't worry over my death. I am a Hashira. It's my job to shield you junior members. And he has words for every single one of them. And then he sees his mother in the distance coming towards him. It's just so sad. But I really loved those words. And I mean, anybody can take that to heart, no matter how weak you feel. Keep your heart burning. Grit your teeth. If you curl up in a ball and hide, time will pass you by. And I know it's just a manga and it's anime, but time won't stop for you while you wallow in grief. And it's okay to grieve. Sometimes we need to stop and grieve the things that we've lost or people we've lost. Grieve an old life. Even if we know that old life is not good for us, you're still gonna grieve it because it's the only thing you know or you have known, right? And I've been there quite recently. So that section and that speech of Rengoku really actually hit me, and I kind of needed to hear that at that time in my life that I read this. This was like 2 weeks ago I finished this because I'm a little behind. Yeah, I needed that. And honestly, I wish I would have read it earlier, but maybe I wouldn't have been prepared if I read it earlier to take it to heart, right? So you never know. It's just funny how life will teach you things that you need to know. And sometimes it's through anime and manga. You never know what life is going to throw at you as a lesson. This was a very, very sweet moment. Mother, did I do well? Did I use my gifts wisely? And that's how Rengoku lived his life. Am I using my gifts wisely? Am I living a full, good life? Am I living true to what I believe in? It is definitely the death of a warrior. And Demon Slayer did this well. They hit you in the feels here. They hit you in the feels. Everybody gets word of Rengoku's death. Oh, the Hashira. We have a little bit of a moment here with Muzan, who has gone from hiding as a lady of the night to pretending to be a little boy with a skin disease that does not allow him to go out in daylight, and he's gotten himself adopted by what seems to be a very well-to-do family. Akaza comes to report. I'm sorry. If your child that you adopt looks this creepy, well, why did you adopt him in the first place? Just a little interesting tidbit here. They are looking for the blue spider lily. It's a type of flower. I'm not sure why Muzan wants this. Blue spider lily, this very rare flower. Anyways, Akaza gets into trouble. Everybody's depressed at the butterfly mansion. They're healing. And Zenitsu is the one, actually, who's on his feet, fighting hard. And he's usually the one who's, like, super emotional and affected by everything. And this time he seems to, not that he's not affected, but he seems to be keeping his head on straight a little better. He's saying, hiding from your pain and sadness doesn't solve anything. You must raise your aching heart and stand back up. Rengoku had that way about him. He was a little weird, but he was strong. It's okay to be a little weird, guys. Just embrace the weirdness to a certain extent. We might make fun of you if you're like, cross the line weirdness. But we get to see more of Rengoku's life and childhood and upbringing, which after his mother died was awful. His dad was a Hashira, and then when his wife died, kind of lost himself in drink and sadness and depression. Verbally abuses his sons, calls them worthless, stupid, and even after his son's death is still saying these things, which is shocking to Tanjiro, of course, and Tanjiro headbutts him. Which is kind of funny, but also probably not a good idea to do that to someone who used to be a Hashira. Yeah. But he does give Rengoku's final words to his little brother. We also get a little bit more information about fire breathing, which is what Tanjiro has been after, which Rengoku was going to teach him, but now who's going to be his teacher? There is this secret book, which unfortunately has had all the pages torn out of it. It's completely ruined, which is unfortunate. And of course, now we have more mysteries that we need to learn. Thanks a lot, Demon Slayer. But we have a good moment between Tanjiro and Rengoku's little brother, who is not going to go on and be a Hashira because his sword did not change color. He doesn't have what it takes. And he is going to move on in life and do something different. And that line is going to be broken, that's an interesting place to be the one to break the line of how your family for generations has lived, right? Can you imagine that? I mean, one way you're going to have some freedom. You're going to be the one that is changing things, not necessarily for the best, not necessarily for the worst. You're just changing things. And to be the one to break tradition, basically. It's freeing and at the same time, probably super anxiety inducing. What else did I want to point out to you guys? Oh my goodness. We're going to meet our next main Hashira. I was like so obsessed with Rengoku. I thought that was it. No, there's more. This dude... There's a lot of humor with him. He's like, oh, super macho. This is the guy with 2 wives, okay? And Mr. Muscle Flashy dude. So he needs some demon slayers to assist him, but the girl he's grabbed is not even demon. He's like, I just need a demon slayer. I'm going to the Butterfly Mansion, and okay, you'll do. Let's go. And all the boys are out training. Inosuke, Zenitsu, Tanjiro, they're out training, and they hear the girls putting up a fuss, whatever, and they come in and basically Uzui convince him to take them instead. The funniest part to me, I laughed out loud, was when he's still got this girl over his shoulder. He's going, well, I guess I can take you guys on. You can be my assistants. And in the manga, there's just this one tiny little like panel where he smacks her butt before he puts her down. But in the anime, we get a little bit more of that scene drawn out, and it was so funny. He was just so familiar with her, and the shock of anyway, it amused the heck out of me. Okay? He's that kind of guy. And it wasn't creepy or cringy. It was just, well, that happened. Oh my gosh. Anyway, off we go to the entertainment district where demons dwell. I forgot about the entertainment district arc. That's the next arc. And then after that, no more anime. And I got to read all the manga to the very end. The strength of the Hashira. Entertainment district. Mr. Fancy. Mr. Flashy. Mr. Macho. He's flashy and macho. Apparently you can do that. Some people can pull it off. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. That was Demon Slayer 8. Very thought-provoking. We had some great, thought-provoking, uplifting, inspirational speeches in that one with a tiny bit of humor and lots of sadness. This was a journey. I'm still upset that they would introduce Rengoku. I only get 2 manga and 1 episode and a movie of him, and that's it. One of the best characters, and just poof, he's gone. Still not okay with it. But it is what it is, I guess. Oh well, I will have a video releasing while I'm in Canada, maybe 2, so keep an eye out for those. And I will see you guys later.